At Life.Church, we have one mission, and it's to lead people to become fully devoted followers of Christ, whether it be in our hometown or in cities and communities across the world. And today, I'd love to show you how God is using your irrational generosity to make it all happen. To start us off, we'll see how some of our latest building developments are making it possible to make a greater impact for Christ. Then we'll look back to the end of 2015 and the powerful message series, When God Doesn't Make Sense. And finally, we'll see how one right turn into Life.Church Fort Worth was the beginning of an entirely new life for the Valdez family. We've got all that and so much more, and it starts right now. Our job as a church is to set the stage for God to move in the hearts of people as they walk through the doors at all of our Life.Church locations. The buildings and environments we create are more than bright lights, great music, and hot coffee. In fact, they are tools for God to use to reach more people in more communities. And because of your irrational generosity, we are seeing a big move of God. In December of 2015, we opened the doors to an all-new permanent home for Life.Church Wichita, who is now ministering to more than 1,200 people.
Today was a great start for Life.Church Wichita, but it was just a start. I can't wait to see what God does in the future, to see not just the lives, but the families and the whole city changed.
Not only has Life.Church Wichita seen an increase in their attendance, they've also helped lead over 70 people to Christ in a single month. At the same time, we were able to add an all-new kids wing at Life.Church Shawnee, increasing the number of kids they can minister to by more than 300%.
We will tell every person who gives above and beyond the tithe here at Life.Church that you are allowing churches like Life.Church Shawnee to prove to every single person that comes through the doors that we're a church that's not okay with where it's at, that it's always ready to grow and meet the needs of more people walking through the doors.
Another exciting project taking place happens in Overland Park, Kansas, just outside of Kansas City, where we are breaking ground on our newest campus location. Plus, there are several other projects underway that we'd love to tell you about soon. Thank you so much for leading the way with irrational generosity and setting the stage for people far from God to find new life in Christ. In December of 2015, Pastor Craig Rochelle taught us how to remain faithful when God may seem distant in his message series, When God Doesn't Make Sense. Here's a look back to some of the best moments from that series.
We don't ever interpret, is God good based on my circumstances? We interpret our circumstances through the goodness of God. My faith is not in our plan. My faith is in God's purpose. That the scene of your greatest disappointment may become the setting for God's greatest miracle. The thing that you never ever wanted becomes the thing that God uses to reveal his goodness and plans for you beyond your greatest expectations. If God always met your expectations, you see, he would never have the chance to exceed them. Mary and Martha expected a healing. Jesus planned a resurrection.
One of the most anticipated weekends all year is Super Bowl weekend, where we have 30-second theology, and it's a weekend created entirely for people who may not normally step through the doors of a church. And one of those families who was impacted was the Valdez family of Life.Church Fort Worth.
I remember telling him, you need to go to church. And I remember him looking at me and saying, I don't need church. I don't need God. And when he said that, I was like, we're never going to be a complete family.
We were driving away from the mall, the Super Bowl weekend, so it was just like, we didn't really know where to go. And
we were on our way when we noticed there were people waving at us. So at the last minute, we decided to make a sharp turn. When we walked in, I still didn't know it was a church.
Yeah, at that point, we still had no clue. I was waiting for somebody to charge us, like, hey, you guys are pay here. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't know.
We got there in worship time, and it was just an experience beyond words.
And we saw commercials being played, and we've never seen the gospel be presented in this way.
That weekend made me want to grow in a relationship with God and walk with him because of the messages that were being presented.
Our lives started because before that weekend we didn't have life. But it's to Christ, through God, through Life.Church, that we're able to do life together as a husband and wife.
Life Church, I hope you know and feel how your giving, serving, and prayers are making an eternal difference in the lives of people around the world, and it's allowing us to fulfill our mission of leading people to become fully devoted followers of Christ.